proportional relationships, lesson 6 notes. Go to the very last page of your notes. There is a blank page in the very back. On the very back page, we're going to find the slope of several problems. I know it says examples 1, 2, 3, and 4, but we're actually going to find a 5th example. So please save enough space to do a problem underneath example 4. So pause your video, write down everything that's on this page. I would put example 3 towards the middle of the page, 1 and 2 above it, 4 below it, and then enough space at the very bottom to do another problem. Okay, so pause your video and write all that down. Okay, so finding the slope. Finding the slope, we use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So example 1 has the points 2, 4, and 6, 10. It doesn't matter which one you call x1, y1, and which one you call x2, y2. So I'm going to call this x1, y1, x2, y2. I just always take the first point, and give it the 1s. I take the second point and give it the 2s. So x2, y2 I give to the second point on the bottom. x1, y1 I give it to the first point on the top. It doesn't matter. You could flip that around, and in the end you would get the same answer. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take those numbers, I'm going to plug it into this formula right here, and we will simplify to find the slope. So the slope equals y2, which is 10, minus y1, which is 4, over x2, which is 6, minus x1, which is 2. So again, y2, y2, y1, y1, x2, x2, x1, x1. And why is it subtraction in between? Because that's what the formula is, subtraction. All right. So you could simplify the top. 10 minus 4 is 6, and 6 minus 2 is 4. But that would need to be reduced. And if I reduce that, I get 3 over 2. So my slope for the first one is 3/2. Now, you can cut out that middle step by putting the entire problem in your calculator at once. Again, you could cut out that middle step by putting the entire problem in your calculator at one time. Excuse me. All right. Let's do example 2. Let's call this x1, y1 because it's the first point, x2, y2 because it is the second point. So my slope is y2 is 4 minus y1, which is 8. x2 is 10 minus x1, which is 5. So y2, y2. Oops. y1, y1. x2, x2. x1, x1. And that's where I got those numbers from. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. Pull up my calculator. All right, I'm going to just put the whole thing in at once. So I'm going to start by putting the fraction button. And then on top, it's going to be 4 minus 8. On the bottom, 10 minus 5. hit that fraction button. So my slope is -4/5. I simplify it all at once, and I get -4/5. So for the example 2, my slope equals -4/5. All right. So that's for examples 1 and 2. If you have any questions on those two problems, please let me know.